Hey, what's up everybody, this is Haterade and I'm here to teach you how not to be a noob. In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to step your game up and become a great team player. What you're not going to learn how to do in this video is how to go balls out and take out an entire enemy squad at once, because honestly, that's not what Battlefield's about. Battlefield is a team-based game, so I'm going to teach you how to be a good teammate. And after watching this video and implementing these strategies, I assure you, you'll start winning more games. And after all, isn't that what it's about? Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Oh, and watch me go balls out and take out this squad. That, my friends, is getting it done. Alright, now we're ready for our first tip. The first tip is to stay calm and don't allow yourself to get frustrated. It's extremely easy to get frustrated and overwhelmed with this game, but that's exactly what you have to guard against. Because once you get frustrated, you'll stop thinking clearly, and the ability to think clearly at this game is the most important thing while playing Battlefield 3. It's even more important than your ability to shoot your weapon. It's incredibly easy for one death to become 3, or even 5 in Battlefield 3, and how are you going to be a good teammate when you're dead? So, if you feel your frustration level rising, instead of going all Hulk smash on the server and pressing and getting yourself killed all the time, how about you take a walk? Pet a kitty, pet your girlfriend, or if you don't have a girlfriend, go find one. But whatever you do, don't go and get yourself killed over and over again, because really, you're not helping. Now that we're done with that, let's get into some meat and potatoes. First, to be a good teammate, you must join a squad. Selecting a squad is very simple and very crucial. First, you click on the squad button, which is located between deploy and customize on the spawn screen. Then you choose your squad, and then you hit join squad. Being in a squad has multiple advantages. First, the squad structure generally gives you 3 other people working toward the same goal. Secondly, having a squad gives you more options as to where to respawn when you die. Under regular rule sets, you can spawn on anyone who's alive in your squad, as well as any objectives you've captured or your deployment. In hardcore, you can only spawn on the squad leader, but it's still an extra spawn point. Another reason to squad up is that you'll get more points for helping out your squad in ways which you'll be doing already because you're already a good team player, such as reviving, healing, or giving ammo. Good teammates also remember that med crates and ammo boxes are for the team, not themselves. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a support player go to a poor position, kneel down, and drop an ammo box on himself. This is idiotic. The support player usually has between 200 and 400 rounds depending on specialties and the weapon, while the other players don't have near as much. Also, the quote-unquote reload rate on ammo boxes is ridiculously fast anyways, so a support player should never run out of ammo before he can pull out another ammo box. On the other hand, it's often that assaults and engineers will run out of ammo in meat grinders such as Operation Metro. So, a good support player will go to a group of friendlies who need ammo. It's pretty obvious they have a little ammo icon above their head, and drop his ammo box. Then go to his forward position, hang out, do whatever he needs to do, and whenever he needs ammo, he can then pull his ammo crate out, and everyone gets ammo that way. Don't be like the idiot to my left here. Drop ammo on groups of friendlies, that way they can get ammo, you can get ammo when you need it, and also you get a lot more points because, well, you're providing the team support. The same idea applies for medkits, where you'll want to drop medkits at forward positions where friendlies are likely to take contact, and if you happen to get injured, you can get behind cover, drop a medkit, and heal yourself. But whatever you do, don't get so involved with trying to shoot at things that you forget that there are other ways to help your team. Another incredibly good way to help your team is by providing the suppressive fire on the enemy. Suppressive fire is when you shoot toward the enemy, not necessarily to kill him, but instead to distract him, to keep his head down, or to restrict his movement, pinning him down. While suppressing enemies has always been a good idea in first-person shooters, Battlefield 3 actually has a built-in mechanic for this. If you put rounds in the general vicinity of an enemy, his field of vision is going to get blurry. That way, it's less likely he can make his shots. Also, if an enemy is killed by another player while you have him under suppression, you'll get a 50 bonus. If you get a good piece of the enemy while suppressing him and he dies from someone else's fire, you can actually get more points than the person who killed him. Who said teamwork doesn't pay off? The point of suppressive fire is to keep an opponent's head down, so you don't want to go full auto when you're doing this. If you blow your clip, he's going to duck his head down and then pop back up when you're reloading. What you want to do instead is give him a little something to think about, pause, give him a little something else to think about, and just burst fire your weapon that way. That way you can keep someone effectively pinned down for a whole lot longer. Hopefully you'll get a kill, or someone else will be able to get into a better angle to shoot the enemy. Either way, you're helping out your team a whole bunch, and you can make a lot of points this way, especially when combined with the specialty squad suppression. Now, another way you can help out your team a whole bunch is by learning how to use the minimap effectively. The minimap is useful because it plots out what friendlies are in the area and what enemies are shooting right now, have been Q spotted, or are within the radius of a MAV or a tug sensor. Friendlies show up as a blue triangle with the pointy end facing whichever direction they're pointing, and the enemies show up as a red triangle with the pointy end showing where they're pointing at. One thing to know about the minimap though is that it is a top-down view that ignores any levels within the map. So someone looks the exact same whether or not they're on top of the escalators or at the bottom of the escalators on Metro. Just something to keep in mind. Now if you pay attention to what information you can get on the minimap and think a little bit, you can learn a lot about the situation as it unfolds. One thing the minimap shows is where all your dead comrades are. This is incredibly important information because if you know where your friends died, you know where they got shot from, more or less. So if your friends go down in what should be a secure area, for example, between Charlie and Bravo on Operation Metro, when you have the Bravo and Charlie flags and have a defensive line on Bravo, then you know that there are enemies moving toward Charlie. You can appraise your team of this situation and it can be dealt with before the flags start getting capped. Further, if you're on the defensive line and people start dying behind you, then you know you've gotten flanked, so you can turn around and deal with the situation before you die as well. Also important is to look for the enemies on the minimap because they'll pop up when they shoot, so you can know more or less where they're at. Also, this helps a lot when you're being flanked. For example, look at this clip. In this clip, someone gets behind us on Bravo, comes up the escalators and starts shooting. Because I saw him on the minimap when he started shooting, I can turn around and deal with the situation. That way, the problem doesn't compound itself. My last tip for today is you don't always have to shoot to win. This is one of the things that's hardest for new players to understand, but knowing when not to shoot can be just as important as knowing when to shoot. What you're watching right now is me winning the game for my team. Now mind you, in this game, my team had over 450 kills. I had 50 myself. What happened here was I looked at the minimap and I noticed something interesting. The other team was getting a little too aggressive pushing up. So what I did was I made a break for Alpha. I did this because I knew that if I could make it to Alpha and start capping the flag, then it would relieve pressure off Bravo and we'd be able to recapture Bravo. If you notice, when I hit the top of the stairs by looking at the minimap, I have someone on my 9 o'clock and someone on my 1 o'clock. I can stop to engage these targets, but that's not what I'm doing here. I just want to make it to Alpha. Now I know once I get to Alpha, I'm likely to die. There's going to be 10 to 30 people on Alpha and I'm going to be by myself. And that's okay. I'm just trying to stay alive as long as possible and try to cap this flag. That way to relieve pressure. Now I have a teammate who spawns on me, but thankfully he's a good teammate. He understands what I'm doing here and he doesn't shoot anything. He can go around trying to find a target and go loud, but that's not what we need right now. We need to stay silent. That way it's harder for them to figure out where we are so we can stay alive longer. The longer we stay alive, the more we help our team. So we win by not shooting. Because of this, we were eventually able to secure both Charlie and Bravo, which allowed us to win by about 200 tickets. This logic holds not only for flanking maneuvers like this one, it also works whenever you, for example, spawn on a sniper. If a sniper is in a good hide and has a nice overwatch over the area, you don't want to come in and start going loud and give away his position. That's unfair to him and it's going to hurt the team. Also, if you spawn on someone who's pinned down by armor or hiding from armor, you don't want to stand up and give away your position. Just try to hang out there and stay alive as long as possible. Alright, so there you go. You should be a better team player now, and you should start winning more games. Check back often for tutorials on classes, vehicles, and general information to make you a better soldier. So, without further ado, here's another clip of me going balls out and taking out an enemy squad by myself. Like, comment, subscribe, or better yet, join us at unkso.com. That's UNKSO.com. See you on the battlefield.